We're flying on a pretty fucking expensive jet. I believe Michael Jackson had one. Elon Musk has one now. And then there's us. Who knows how much this jet costs?
I think brand new, 62 million.
62 million.
62 million.
Yeah.
So we're in a G550 Gulfstream, $62 million. We're all, 40 or 41 now. So I'm 41 and under, and that's a pretty cool accomplishment. I don't know, is it a big deal that we're flying on a private jet? I mean, I don't have a problem flying commercial. I'm not a fan of flying like economy class, but I'll do it if I have to.
Right. So I dabble between the two, but I think, flying private is, a luxury, and I, very much enjoy it, especially someone who flies 4 days a week in and out commercial. There's no security, there's no waiting in line. You can bring the things that you want to bring.
But would you call it a luxury or would you call it a necessity?
Necessity, no, but I think it's a great luxury to have. So.
Yeah, a luxury for sure. I mean, we've had probably 100 flights on this thing, and every single time I come on, it's always special. It's never not going to be special. I'm never going to get to a point where I get on here and I'm like, oh, this is just like no big deal. I think I'll always be grateful to have this experience.
You can't take it for granted. I mean, you got to just remember that what you're doing, you're blessed, and the moment that you start getting,
too comfortable,
that's when it'll all go away. So you just got to wake up, love what you do, be blessed, and you can't get comfortable.
Have you guys ever lost it all?
Yes.
I totally agree with what you're saying, because I have lost it all. In 2012, I went to 10 million plus net worth, and then just being stupid and not respecting.
That's right.
I literally lost it all, because if you stop giving it respect, it leaves you. I don't know why, but I think it's about your own relationship with money and wealth, that as soon as you lose respect for this beautiful tool, money, wealth, greenbacks, whatever it may be, money in your bank account, stocks account, it just goes away. And to do it all again, which I thought I was never going to do because it wasn't easy to do in the first place, I literally wake up in the morning and say, thank you for what I have. I mean, I'm not going to
be grateful.
I actually look at my bank accounts and I say, good morning, money. Like this is kind of twisted, but I literally say good morning to my money because of that, I have freedom. I have the ability to come here with you guys. We all have the ability to be where we want to be. It's not because of the money, it's because of the freedom that it gives us.
Well, it's not even so much just money. You got to be grateful for your relationships. You got to be grateful for your health. You got to be grateful for everything. And when you take the time to be grateful, that's when true affluence can be created, right? When you help other people make money, when you give more than you receive, oftentimes the universe will provide more for you because you're in a place of tranquility. You know what I'm saying?
This morning when I went to get coffee, exactly what you said resonated with me, and I was talking to Instagram. Hello, Instagram. I was talking to Instagram about give somebody a good mood, give somebody a smile, change their mindset, because as you walk around, you smile at people. Some people look at you like you're retarded. Some people look at you like you're crazy. And I think greatness does require insanity, because I know a lot of great people. None of them are your normal person.
You can't fit them in a box.
You can't fit them in a box.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I was talking about, I'm smiling at this guy and I'm waiting until I get a reaction. He's looking at me like, get away from me, sir. And I'm holding the door for him like, come on in. Do you want to get a coffee? I'm like, how's your day today? And I'm like, you having a good day? He's like, yes. I'm like, that's great. Have a good day. Get that good coffee. I just got it. And I was waiting till I could switch this guy's mindset because I wanted to give him a little bit of what I was feeling inside. Of course, that helps to have a Ferrari. You feel much better.
Well, and you never know what people are going through. A simple, hello, how you doing can go a long way with people. I mean, people are battling what they got to battle, just like we have to battle what we have to battle, right? And so one little thing could really make a person's day. And, ultimately, like I said, the more you give out to the universe, the more you'll receive. So
that is very true. And, what you said about you got to give to receive, it's kind of like a secret that not everybody knows about. This billionaire that I met maybe a month ago, he was matching donations for this Chicago SWAT drive that we did. He came to me and said, I'm the guy who's doubling all the donations. And I'm like, so you know the secret? He's like, yeah, I know the secret. And the secret we're talking about is the more you give, literally, the more you receive.
Right.
And a lot of Eastern European women say, the man has to give to his woman because what he gives to his woman, he gets back. I disagree.
You gotta give a little to get a little.
Yeah, exactly.
I think you gotta give to the universe, give to the people around you, because when you give to those around you and there's good energy happening as a result of that giving, it doesn't necessarily come back to you on a 1-to-1 scale or even a 1-to-2 or a 1-to-half. It's just something that comes back to you when it comes back to you. You can't expect it. You can't wait for it. You just have to give absolutely unexpected for anything. And then when it comes back to you, you'll know that, oh, that's what happens.
I think you have to give from an authentic place too, because I think there's a lot of people that try to do good things just to get it back, and they're not doing it from a place like in their heart to just be a good person. And I think that's where I think a lot of people get lost in that idea that if you just do a nice thing, you're a good person.
The universe will know if you have clear intentions or not. You have to have clear intentions in everything you do, whether it's business or relationships. Because if you have a clear head and clear intentions, you know, you can fool some, but you can't fool all, and you can't fool the universe.
In Russian, there's a word, it's бескорыстно. And bes means without, корыстно, I guess like kind of like without expecting something in return. And this word is really good because it's a clear statement of saying, give бескорыстно without, I don't know exactly how to translate бескорыстно. Audience, you, the ones who speak Russian, бескорыстно. It means to give without expecting something in return, to give without having ulterior motives, to give without ulterior motives. When you give with ulterior motives, and I do know a lot of people who do kind of give things like, I gave God, where's my comeuppance? You can't give like that. Because when you give like that, number one, you're never going to be satisfied because you're never going to get back exactly what you expect.
The greatest relationships are built on being genuine and aren't transactional, right? Because, you know, if I care about people and they care about me and it's not transactional, it'll go a lot further. And that actually furthers and bolsters your foundation, that your support when times are tough, right? When you lost everything, I'm sure that you had people that you didn't have transactional relationships with, but genuine relationships that were there trying to help you get out of whatever you were going through, right?
I'm going to be honest with you. When I lost everything, I actually got the opposite.
You find out about a lot of people that right?
Real friends are.
And that's a blessing. That's a blessing in itself,
It
right?
is. You know who to cut out in your life.
It didn't feel like a blessing.
Right.
Pretty shitty.
Exactly.
But now you can look back and you can say, oh, those people were just around because I had the money.
Yeah.
Right? Those people weren't there for me.
No, you know, these were longtime friends actually. With the lesson that I learned when I lost everything is that people really aren't interested to hear your problem.
That's
like,
right.
They're there to be your friend. Like, they're down to kick it. But like the minute you say, oh man, I'm going through this stuff. First of all, some people don't know how to give empathy. Like whether they want it or not. Maybe it's an Eastern European thing. They're like, oh, emotions. What is this? Have you guys ever like really lost everything? Like, has that actually happened to you? Like I'm talking about like you had it all and then you fucked up, did a bunch of drugs, fucked a bunch of hookers.
Yeah,
whatever.
absolutely. 24.
That's literally me. Drugs and hookers, that's me.
Yes.
I also bought a lot of exotic cars in Miami. And that's why I have to move out of Miami.
Yeah.
I have on my Instagram, I have a story where somebody asked me this question in Russian and says, have you ever like been at the bottom? And I said, well, would you call me throwing my feet over the ledge of my 10-story balcony bottom or no? He was like, what the fuck do you mean? I'm like, yeah, you know, I drank a bottle of whiskey because I knew I wouldn't have the balls to jump off the 10th story. And I threw my legs over the ledge and then I was like, fuck, that's far. I don't want to fly, you know? And that's when I'm talking about like when you lost everything. First, when you lose everything, you turn to your friends. You're like, fuck, I don't feel good. I fucked up. Like, give me support. I turned to family first. And then like I could hear in the voice that even the family was like, oh no, problems. Don't talk about those. And I was like, I'm fine. Click, you know? And then I called some friends who I thought I could talk to. I was like, hey, what's up, bro? I'm fucked up, man. Like this is happening and I don't know, I need some help. I need something. I don't know if I need money or if I need your attention or if I need your ear. I'm just fucked up. I don't know what to do. And my friend was like, oh, you know, I gotta go. And I was like, motherfucker. I'm like, wow. Good to know 20 years of friendship is how that works. And then unsuspectingly, one guy I called, we were friends. We had some business together. Just a good guy, just a really good guy inside. I told him, Yakov, you motherfucker, I'm not gonna forget you. I talked to Yakov. I said, listen, I'm not good. I don't know. I'm bad. I'm not good. I'm going down. Like it's not a good situation for me. He said, I don't know how to help you. Send me your wire instructions. I mean, this guy was pretty to the point. He's like, I don't know how to help you. Send me your wire instructions. Send him wire instructions. 100 grand's in my account before the conversation ended. Maybe like 10 minutes ago, 20 minutes. There's 100,000. I'm like, the truth is, that's probably not what I needed. Maybe I needed his attention. Maybe I needed his ear. Maybe I needed his love. Maybe I needed his invitation for dinner. Who knows? I'm not gonna say that 100,000 didn't help.
Yeah, for sure.
It definitely did. And I was like, fuck, now I have to give that back to you, motherfucker. And I did give it back to you with interest, which he zelled me back, but you know, when does it happen? You know, I don't know who's lost it all, and I don't know if you're watching this and maybe you're going through some shit. I've gone through some shit. Really bad shit. I wasn't suicidal. I was curious. I was curious if I throw my feet over the ledge, what's it gonna feel like? And I knew I wouldn't have the balls to throw myself off that ledge. So I drank a bottle of whiskey to give myself some liquid courage. Turns out that one bottle is not enough. I was literally sitting over the ledge, dangling my feet, and I was like, fuck, fuck. And I was thinking like there was a bloop. I had all these thoughts, and I have no problem talking about this because I'm not there anymore, but I was. And if anybody who's watching this is in a place like that,
It's not worth it.
It's not, you're human.
I'm not even freaky because it's fucking scary. Like if one bottle wasn't enough to give me the balls needed to jump, you're not gonna do it. There's people who want to do it. That's the better way to go.
Much faster. There's nothing you can do to stop.
There's no
someone who
reverse
wants
gear
to
in that
do
one.
it.
Yeah, absolutely.
The thing that about it is it's a very
Let me saying that. Like, what's the feeling you get? Like, I'm sharing this with you, and that was really happening to me.
what a lot of people don't understand is that it's a very selfish act, right? Because while you might be at rock
I didn't want my
bottom,
mom to feel bad.
that's right. Or the people that are looking up to you. I mean, you as a strong business person, there's people that are watching your videos that look up to you, that strive to be like you, that look to you for guidance, right? And the way that I've always looked at it is I have hit rock bottom. It wasn't pretty. Luckily, I did have a great support system that was able to get me out of that funk. But I thought to myself, I lost it all, but I was there before, so I know how to do it again. So,
But wasn't it hard the first time?
life's hard.
My thought was, fuck, I got so high, and it was not easy at all. The reason I wanted to, unsubscribe from life, I wanted to, cancel the trial membership, was because I was like, fuck, it was so hard the first time. No way I'm gonna be able to do it again the second time.
I was having this conversation with Alex actually, and there's a graph where they've done studies on humans where life is cyclical like this. You have the highest of the highs and the lowest of the lows. And in the middle, there's a straight line, and that's stability. And when you're on the up and up and things are happening well for you, that's when you reach peak bliss, right? And it's not even when you're at the top, but then when you come down and you have a life-changing event that's horrible, you actually reach bliss after that event has happened. So let's say the car accident, right? That's you're hitting the trough, you're hitting the bottom, but then as you're coming back up, you're reaching stability. And so the point being is you want to be able to reach a place where the highs are being prolonged, right? And when you're coming down, you're reaching stability and you're coming out of the troughs out much quicker, right? And the only way you can do that is through experience. So you need these life experiences to be able to succeed and to grow, because without that, you're nothing.
There cannot be light without darkness. Shins out of your life, because in my office there's always some crazy shit happening.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Whether it's a client, because these Europeans, like if their loan doesn't get approved, they're like, I come to office, we take care of this right now. I must come now, we must talk in person. I'm like, what do you think is gonna happen? You know how many times I'm standing there and I'm like, you're gonna come, I'm gonna slap you in the face, turn you around, you're gonna leave. No. I'm like, yes, that is what's gonna happen. Don't come. I don't want you to leave upset. Back to reality. So what you're talking about is very true. If I didn't have those shitty moments, I don't think I would value the things that I have.
God. Right.
I mean, on top of that, if you notice, and you can probably look it back on experiences in your life, but the highs and the highs, if you're doing life correctly, it'll widen, right? It's like a roller coaster. Progressively, it's going to get harder and bigger. Your successes are going to be larger if you're doing it right. If that's what you want your life to be like.
The risks are bigger,
Right.
and so are the rewards.
But you can't be scared. If you go into, and I was having this conversation with Alex last night. If you go into something scared of failure, you're never going to make it. You're never
fear
going
is
to make
healthy.
it.
Fear is healthy.
Fear is healthy.
If I didn't have fear, I wouldn't be here
No.
right
Being
now.
scared is good. Being fearful is good, but you can't be scared of failure, because then you're never going to be able to know that when you're going down into that trough, who knows, the next cycle might be through the stratosphere.
You know what helped me make money? My ability to lose money. My knowledge of how to lose it. I didn't know how to lose money before.
100%. Like it's almost like an expensive education.
And somebody asked me, they said, like, you're a millionaire, right? I'm like, yes. They said, how many? I said, enough. But they see the cars, they see the houses, they see the real estate, they see this. And they asked me, like, how do you do it? And I tell them, I'm not afraid to lose.
Right.
Everybody is thinking.
What if I don't make it?
I tell them,
What if you do?
think. I just go. And I think,
Yeah.
what I think about is what's the worst that can happen? Minus 20, minus 50,
That's
minus
right.
100, minus 500, minus 1 million. The only thinking that I do is, what's the biggest minus that can happen out of the situation? And then I ask myself, can I afford that? Can I afford to lose that? Can I take that minus and still survive?
But like
I don't take the minuses where I won't
we're
survive
thinking
after
about
that
it on a
minus.
monetary value. Is the biggest loss, you still have your health, you still have your friends, you still have all the things that are truly important to get you to where you need to be again
I like
if you fail.
fail safes. I
Fail
like
safes.
fail safes.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you like this. When I lost everything, I was scared of myself.
Yeah.
I was scared that I'm a fucking idiot. I was scared that I'm reckless.
We are fucking idiots.
Fuck yeah, we are. And that's why we got what we have, because of fucking degenerate motherfuckers.
Right.
Hey, we're
The
out
point
here.
is, I had to put in fail safes. I had to save myself for myself. So when I started getting back up again, I'd make like 50 grand and I'd go to my dad. And I said, Dad, 50 grand, don't fucking give it to me. Let's put it, get me some stocks.
That's right.
And then when I asked my dad for like $1 million back, I was like, you know, I had it at AT&T at 6% annual. I was like, Dad, give me back my money. And he gave it to me like $1.020 million. I'm like, the fuck, I'm expecting $1.060 million.
Right.
I was like, Dad, is there a fee for this safekeeping of money? That's when I realized, you know, I can't really rely on other people to like make me be a big boy. If I want to be a big boy, I got to be a big boy myself. So I started making fail safes myself. And while I am the king of credit, I'm Mr. Credit Booster, this and that, most of my shit is for cash, because I look at them as things where I can cash out quickly if I need to, but I like the money not to be at instant accessibility. So obviously I have my couple of million in the bank just in case there's an opportunity which needs to be jumped on. But if I really need cash, I put myself in a situation where I'm gonna have to do and jump through some hoops to get it out of the building, get it out of even the car, whatever. And that's like my fail safe, meaning some things I can't just go on like, oh, wire transfer. No, I'm gonna have to go refi, cash out, pull the money. It's gonna take me a month. And that's a good thing, because that's to keep me safe from my safe.
Right.
And that's the best thing that I could do right now. Giving money to my dad or my family, that's good. But not that I don't trust my family, and I do. But still, I need to learn how to be a big boy.
You know what else you do though that I've noticed? One of your fail safes is you invest in other people,
Yes.
right?
That's a very risky motherfucking investment.
I know, and sometimes you fail, but I notice that you invest in other people, you invest in your team, and that in itself is a fail safe, right?
It is. That is a fail safe, but it's still not a guaranteed. Like if
nothing in life is guaranteed.
For me, investing in other people, will they know that I built them up? Will they realize to pay their respects? I'm not Tony Soprano, you know what I mean? And I came like, hey, it was me. Now it's time for you to do me a favor, you know? Although I would like to.
Right.
But I have had those conversations once or twice before. I was like, I reminded a few people.
I'm gonna need 10% for the big guy.
Yeah, 10% for, hey, big guy. And 10% for the big guy. You know, like that. I understand how those organizations work, but I do like that 10%.
Right.
And you know, in religion, there's that thing too. In Russian, it's called disciplina. I mean, 10% is like most religions have a 10% thing. And I actually give quite a bit of money to charity, religious and non-religious.
You gotta give back. It's
and
a big
say,
You have
I would
to.
say I should probably give more than 10%. And I feel damn good about it. I get convinced that there is a big guy who is giving me back. To be honest with you, I do get it.
Yeah.
Thanks, big guy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, big guy. That's the only big guy that I know.
So what are you we're about halfway through the year. What are you trying to accomplish for the next 6 months?
I like financial growth, and I'm talking about old-fashioned, non-investment, literal. I would like to see more money in my bank account at the end of this year than there was at the beginning. I'm talking about liquid cash money. It's like a piggy bank. I'm like a little kid, like, oh, put the quarter in the piggy bank and then break it if I need to, except I try to not break it. I like that growth. For me, it's a mental fail-safe. For me, it's good to know
Financial security.
that I got this pillow right behind my back, and this pillow is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I'm like, ooh, that's a soft pillow. You know why? Because if you're falling, it feels goddamn good to fall on a big ass pillow. And that's why, like, I like my pillow to grow on a monthly, and I always make sure that I don't overdo it. Like, I just recently bought a Ferrari for cash, and I was like, okay, you know, I have like my own like life policies, life politics. I don't believe that a car purchase should exceed 5% of your net worth. And if it does, then you're pushing it. And if you really fucking want to, fuck it, like 7%. But it shouldn't. It shouldn't. And that's the responsibility you get as you mature, as you're older. I'm 41, but I don't feel a day over 22. So fuck you, age. How old are you guys?
28.
24.
I'm 31.
Nice.
Yeah, we're out here.
All right. Well, I consider you guys to be significantly more mature, and I respect the fact that we're having this conversation, and I feel that I'm talking to mental maturity equals, which is great. How about you, Mark? 23. God damn, you look tall.
He's the new baby.
Do you
in the
get taller
company.
as you age? Like, are you gonna be like 6'9"?
He's a growing boy.
Young boy.
Youngest one now.
I know. I was always the youngest one, and now he came in, and he's
Believe
the
it or
baby
not, I
now.
like to, in my team, sales team, like, we don't hire people who are, I don't want to be like kind of like age discriminatory, but the older we get, the less friendly we are with technology. And I'm kind of noticing it myself. Actually, no, I'm kidding. I'm the most technology friendly in my company, but we like to hire fresh meat and fresh blood so I can go and suck it out. I mean, so I can go and exploit it. I mean, so I can go and see their young energy.
You know, the one thing, because I know you have a lot of viewers that are, you know, from the eastern part of the world, people that are
speaking English.
Yeah, no, I know, and
There's at least 4.
My little brother's 23 now, and the number one thing you talked about developing and growing with technology, but what the number one advice that I could give to everybody that's maybe in their 20s is if you can develop good writing, good reading, and good listening habits, that'll take you the farthest to the beyond earth. Because a lot of people
you're talking about communication.
Well, communication,
Nobody's
but also
taught communication. It's
right.
like infuriating
Right.
that people are not taught. We have to do it all the time with every single person we ever interact
Networking,
with.
dot connecting, everything.
And getting out of
It's
your
crucial.
and getting out of your comfort zone too. Like you talked about talking to that guy at the coffee shop. I could give you a million stories with some of our best friends who just struck up conversations. In fact, one of my biggest investors I met at the poker table at the casino, and I just struck up a conversation, and now he's one.
You have a natural gift. Like,
Well,
I
that's
can
right.
feel it in you.
He really
You-
does.
like, listen, one of my biggest strengths as a leader in my company is when we interview people, we have a department of HR. I'm not gonna lie, she could be better. She could be better. And I tell her like use me. Like I'm not inaccessible. She's like, but you're the boss. I'm like, well, it's my fucking company. Of course I want to know what's going on. We have 2 guys here who are behind the cameras, and one of them is director of PR, one of them is director of content. These are 2 top talent people. Okay, I said film each other, like we film each other all the time. But we have 2 top talent guys here. They're not just like cameramen. Like this guy used to work for Gazprom, which is like the biggest oil company in Russia. He was the director of PR. Do you know who some of his clients were?
Oh yeah.
Presidents of countries. And not the kind of presidents where like you don't get fired.
Oh yeah.
Like, they literally take you out back and kill you. Just check out his Instagram. Somebody's like,
I know
you see
some of
his-
those
on his
presidents.
Instagram,
I
bro?
wouldn't want to mess with them.
You see on his Instagram, some of those guys, like there is no getting fired there. There's like, oh, you made mistake. We
Nope,
take
done.
we took him back. The point is that what these guys will tell you is, I'll ask Ramis a question in Russian. 10 seconds. That's how long my interviews last. I'll do FaceTime because I want to see if your eyes are locking with mine. I want to see if you're lying to me. I want to see if you're looking up, down,
Body
all around.
language.
All the traits,
I'll talk to
telltales.
them like, I'll hire or fire you based on hello. It's like, hello, I'm fired.
Of course.
No energy. You're taking my energy down. You can't possibly lift anybody else's up. Your
That-
energy
that-
can't be too high because you can't be too crazy.
Yeah.
You can't be too low. It has
Yeah.
to be just right.
Where would you rank yourself on the spectrum?
I'm a chameleon. Meaning like I'll snip the situation like, hey, how are you doing? My name is Alex. I'm like, hey, how are you? You
Yeah.
know, I'll
Yeah.
feel out. My hello will be based
You're
on
adaptive.
You're able,
My
yeah,
hello
to
will be
adapt
based
to
on
your
what you
environment.
need.
Yeah, that's a
it's
great
not-
characteristic. I mean, that's
And you have it too.
Reading
And you have
the
it too.
room, know your
You
audience.
have it as well.
Yeah.
You have it as well. And I knew that when we first met. I'm like, I know this guy. I understand this guy. So it's very important, and I don't expect everybody to be like me because then I'd be working for them.
Right.
And you know that was actually an interesting experience. When I lost everything, I did have to work for my dad, and that was not a gift. A lot of people think, "Oh, you work for your dad." I'm like, if you guys
not
understood
easy.
the moral
It's-
abuse that I got
Oh my God.
working for him, or you go
More
fuck you work for your dad.
It's one of
working
the
for
hardest
family.
things
It's
to do.
hard.
Yeah, we're
My dad made it a mission to you know how you take like make guacamole, like they take that like little tool, like
Yeah, the
grind
pestle
that
mortar.
shit.
Just smash.
That was my dad, and I was the pepper. My dad was like, "You motherfucker," because my dad was angry at me for failing.
Right.
My dad was really like, I thought he would be compassionate. I fucked it up, and I made a mistake thinking my dad was my mom. My dad was my dad, and there was no compassion.
And
there
he
was
let you
anger.
know.
Oh, he let me know, and I was already not doing so good.
Yeah.
I'm like turning to daddy for compassion when he's Russian daddy. He is not good daddy. He's bad daddy. He's like, you're shit.
Do you
I don't wanna
think?
look at
think that overall that was a positive experience? Do you think you needed that?
Fuck. I don't know, man. I drank a lot more vodka thanks to my dad. Thanks, Dad. That
but
was
you don't anymore, so you really grew from it.
That was thanks to myself. But
What all the
no,
experiences you went through.
no, my
created
my dad is literally directly responsible for me drinking more at some point.
He's in your
I talked to my
fans
mom.
for you.
I was like, how are you doing? I'm like, I'm drinking an extra bottle of vodka for the thing because of that. And then my mom went and gave my dad, because she's like, you can't talk to, because my mom was a straight. My mom was a guy who's, and she knows what you can and can't say to people depending on where they are. My dad doesn't care if I'm suicidal. He's like, oh, you're shit, kill yourself. I'm like, oh, that doesn't feel good.
Why haven't you done it already?
God, my dad's like, you're a pussy, you can't even do this right. So I'm like, fuck. I let him down again. As a man,
I gotta lock in.
I think we all, as kids, I guess we all probably want to impress one of our parents.
Of
right?
course,
Yeah.
that's what we strive to do.
Yeah. My dad is a tough fucking cookie. When I started making more money than him, he really gave me insane respect. And when my dad made a joke, said, so you have money, buy your dad a Rolex. I was like, I already did. It's your birthday gift. My dad was like, fuck.
Where's your dad at?
LA.
Oh, he's in LA.
Nice.
Oh, good.
No, my dad is a cool guy. He's 77, 78, 70, between 75 and 70, I don't remember.
Still strong like bull?
Very fucking crazy and strong like bull. He's not a day over 18 mentally. And like, he's the kind of guy you want to go drink. He's a funny motherfucker. Crazy motherfucker, funny motherfucker. But in Eastern European culture, the dad, most dads, they're not soft people. They're not going to give you compassion.
They're tough.
Maybe if you're a girl, they're going to, who hurt you, I break neck. No.
Yeah.
But as a boy, as a man, they expect you to be bulletproof. They say, you get shot one time only, why are you crying, bitch? You know, like they want you.
I remember when my dad had me working at a very young age. My dad built houses and made me do all kinds of crazy shit. And I think I was around 11 years old, and he had all these different things, you know, in the neighborhood, the lawns that I had to go mow. And he had an office on the other side of town. It was about 4 miles. And I'm like 11, I mow the lawns, and where I grew up in the desert's very hot. I mean, right now it's probably 102 degrees. And I said, okay, I wrapped up, I finished all of it. Can you take me and the lawnmower over to the office so that I can go mow it? And he goes, no. I said, what do you mean no? He goes, just walk. I said, bitch. Yeah, I said, it's 102. He goes, I don't care. He goes, when I grew up, I had to walk 3 miles to school and 4 miles back. I'm like, how does that even work?
How did his house get a mile further away?
I had to walk a mile up the hill in snow, and then 4 miles up another.
Parents have that story like you, bitch.
Yeah. So but it teaches you character, and it's good. It teaches you discipline and all the things that you need to be successful in life, right?
Me, my two cameramen, and I'm pretty sure Mark will have a similar story to tell. When you're growing up in Eastern Europe, do you know what you do as a pastime, as a boy growing up?
What do you do?
I don't know if you guys do this in Serbia too. You're from Serbia, right? We beat each other's asses for fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, you guys fight?
We fight.
Oh,
yeah,
wow,
we would do
okay.
that. Yeah, we would do that.
But like it's a daily activity.
Yeah.
It's like and like we fight to like damn near death. It's like MMA, but like 6-year-old MMA. And you just see these 6-year-old kids like, and like that was lunch. You know, like I know they're all, I'll see you in an hour. I mean, you two motherfuckers.
In America, yeah.
Is that same thing in Serbia too, where you just like in school you just fuck each other up?
In America, you just start pulling out weapons.
No, I mean I went to school here too, and I had a problem adjusting because like I'm a kid. Somebody says fuck you, you don't say fuck you back. You're like fuck me.
Yeah,
bam,
Still
bitch.
fuck me, bitch. That's what I thought. You know. So
Yeah.
that's kind of like we're tougher, and there are American kids too who are tougher like that as well. I've seen
No,
it.
American kids are weak, but American as a whole, very soft. But
But as they grow up, our military's not weak. Our
no,
military's not soft.
not at all. No, and I think
that's
it's
strange.
There's a book called the Coddling of the American Youth or something along the lines of that. It's just basically we're raising a bunch of pussies. Honestly, like we're raising a bunch of people. Like Korea, they do it right. When you or Israel, both of them. When you're 18, you have to go into the military. You got to go learn discipline. I think that would send America to the stratosphere.
I have a cousin, or not a cousin, niece in the Israeli
The IDF?
service. Not the IDF. I can't talk about which one it is, but
Okay.
one of those. No such niece. But she's on the front lines, and I'm concerned for her. I'm like, what the fuck, this little girl? I'm like, I'm scared for her. And she's like, what's up, uncle? And I feel that there's like a Uzi behind that, what's up? And I'm like, I'm talking to her like I'm little circles and what's up? And I'm like, I'm talking to her. I was actually walking with these guys. We were just going for a walk. I'm like, where's your gun? She's like, right here. I'm like, oh, just checking.
My good friend from LA runs a big family office for a very well-known person. I can't say it. His wife was in the IDF as a sniper. The sweetest girl, most beautiful girl you ever seen.
She was
So beautiful. And I was talking to my buddy, I'm not going to mention his name. I said, your wife is like so sweet. I couldn't believe she was a sniper. And he's like, she's killed 33 people. I was like,
Oh man.
She was also
You don't wanna piss those women off. It's like she will not get upset and cry. She might kill you in your fucking sleep. Guys, if you have a military or a hardened war veteran wife or woman or girlfriend, be nice to her. It's good for your own health.
Yeah.
But
if you've got a woman in general.
Silent but deadly.
Yeah, if you've got a woman in
Be nice to
be
her.
nice to her
Just be nice.
because she might say some things and you might say some things back, but only one of you is going to kill the other person.
Right.
It's usually not the man. Anyway, guys, I think we talked about so many different topics: gratitude, losing it all, getting it all back, strength, youth. We were all there at one point, and we're gonna raise some little people. We're gonna all make. Can we get anybody here planning to make some little people? I plan to make some little people. I think making little people is cool. One of my business partners just had twins and sent me a picture, and I was like, You just made little people.
Yeah, it's amazing.
To the little people of the world.
I could tell you, the world is not ready for a bunch of mini-me's.
I don't think they're ready for a bunch of mini any of us, but it's gonna happen anyway. Guys, put it in there.
Thank you so much.
Let's put it in there.
Yes.
Let's make some little fucking people. Let's do it.